So, caffeine also is incredibly protective for the liver. Not only does it help stimulate bile flow and bile production in general, but the chlorogenic acid is an antioxidant that's in a couple other foods like apples and berries and chocolate and things like that, but extremely rich in coffee, making it almost this adaptogenic elixir that we can drink and in order to support our health. So, to avoid that kind of jittery blood sugar imbalance, I'm not talking about, again, drinking coffee black on an empty stomach. I am using it as a pro-metabolic tool, which means drinking it after a meal or with enough protein or fat and sugar so that as it speeds up your metabolism, it has resources to pull on and use because it really is going to increase your need for nutrients. Part of being pro-metabolic is going to mean that it's turning over the rate at which your cell is using its resources. So if we can provide things like carbohydrates and protein and things like magnesium and calcium with it, I'm thinking, like the typical latte or a sugary kind of milky version of coffee, that is going to have a completely different effect on your stress hormone levels and your blood sugar levels when you drink that. So if you are one of those people that feel like you can't have coffee because it makes you really anxious, I encourage you to try it again 20 minutes after a meal, a really nourished, balanced meal, and with some cream to really slow down that absorption, and even with some maple or sugar or honey to give your body the glucose it needs because it's going to really increase that rate at which the cell is uptaking the glucose. So again, it's not for everyone at every healing point or every point in their journey because it is stimulating. We want to honor that it's going to speed up the rate at which the body is starting to use its resources. So if someone's already under a huge amount of stress, they've been eating sort of a standard American diet and they're lacking some vital nutrients, not the best time to be speeding up that turnover. Really start with the foundation of a solid, super nutrient dense diet, and then start to use coffee as a delicious pro-metabolic tool. So if you are one of those people that are still not sure if coffee is right for you, feel free to try out having it with some cream and some sugar, or even some milk and sugar. Some people add collagen and find benefits with that, and having it with or after a meal as opposed to having it black or on an empty stomach, and see how you do.